one after this one's over, but I'm going to do it as two separate streams, so it's not one gigantic 4, 7, 9, whatever hour stream. We're going to start off today. We can see we're going to be doing Tokyo Expressway first, the new track that's up today for the sport mode. I have not done this one, so we're going to do this. We're going to do a few laps on this one, and we're going to see how it looks in comparison to previous generations of the game. I've always had some issues on this track, so this should be a fun one. It's with the lowest level car, so I can only do it with the Megane RS. And I know I'm mispronouncing that, don't call me out on it. But we'll see. Before we go in, let's see what the qualifying leaderboard says. Top 10 stars, a minute 30 to a minute 34. Alright. But they're all using Lancers, TTS, Evora. Yeah, I'm not going to come anywhere near that. Unless the car I get for driving 26 miles today is a decent one. Alright, so see how this looks in comparison. This is the slowest car that I have, so it shouldn't be horrible, but we're talking about me. Make sure none of the things are on. Driving assist is off. Perfect. Ooh, already it looks a lot better. It's in a different location, I think, in the car. I don't remember the corner looking like that. I don't know, the roads in Tokyo have changed. Or this is a new section of the city. Nope, I remember this corner. Fuck me. The starting line is just in a different place, that's why I was a little confused. No, this is different. This is totally different. Buildings look great. I'll definitely say that as I going down this stretch, which definitely seems more familiar. I guess that's the pit over there. Not focusing too much on that right now visually. I'd rather it was some shopping center for the fans of the race. So the cranes up on the top of the building over there on the right. I would love to be streaming from the ring again, but no ring races anymore. Bright sunlight coming out of the tunnel and right into the freaking barrier. I'm trying to slow down, shut up. Barrier slowed me down a little bit, you freaking prick. Car billboards up in the background. 12 seconds behind the leaders, which in racing times is like a year, but for me, not horrible. Better time there. Of course, I was thinking hope that I didn't hit the wall. Now, if you look on the bottom there, under what the fuel gauge is, which is not moving because, well, qualifying and probably also beta, you can see the mileage that I've put on the car so far. I noticed that the other day, but didn't call that out, so that's on the bottom left-hand side of the screen. also right below that and right next to the quality of my tires. You should be hear the squeaking. It's obviously because beta or qualifying. It is not judging any deterioration on my... Yes, I know, slow down. A lot of good straightaways on it. Certainly 146 by a third of a second better time. There's a lot of good straightaways, and to quote a certain British automotive show, isn't straights. Penalized again, I know. Slammed into the wall, it happens. Rubbing is racing. Yeah, to quote a certain British automotive show, isn't straight. I know it's not likely to happen, but I'd love to see their new track in a future racing game. Because I know that in a lot of Forzas and Gran Turismo 5, they had their old track accessible. Gran Turismo 5, you have to unlock it, which for me was a pain to unlock to be able to use. But I did eventually do it, and that was one of the reasons I will never trade in Gran Turismo 5 on my PS3, because anytime I want, I can pick one of those cars and race on the test track. Which was originally designed by Lotus Car Company, if you didn't know, to help test their the handling of some of their cars. So I think after this next lap, I'll finish lap 4 in an attempt to get a more decent time. But then lap 5, we're going to spend going a little bit slower, like I did on my first race stream around Nürburgring, so we can get a better look at the background and everything here on the Tokyo track. And the name of the track was Tokyo Highway. I especially want to see what this tunnel looks like going a little bit slower. Because it looks like the lighting is beautiful. Well, beautiful as a tunnel can be. Unless you live in Boston and deal with the hideousness of the Big Dig, which I think is still going on. It's been going on for like about 20 years now or something. I remember running into issues with it in 2003. Tony, if you're watching, post a comment on what year it was we went to the Royal Rumble. MapQuest gave us the very, very wrong directions. Because that was back in the days before you had GPS on your phone. You had to go to mapquest.com, print out the directions, and carry them with you. Hopefully you had a passenger so they could navigate and read the directions for you. And you weren't distracted looking at a sheet of paper you had with you. Let's go a little slower now. Take a look at how the background looks. We got a nice little advertisement up there for an alpha. 2014 alpha. I'm assuming that's going to be in the game. Another advertisement up there. I can't get any better view. So it's basically just the Gran Turismo Sport, Gran Turismo 11 and Gran Turismo Sport logo up there. One thing which I understand, because this is a highway track, is you're not seeing the flagmen on the side. Right here, though, you can see on the left-hand side the yellow lights flashing. On a course like this in real race land, that is how they signal the upcoming yellows due to issues, wrecks, spinouts, whatever. least I'm assuming that's what those are for. They're going slow, so they're probably flashing. I didn't notice if they were going when I was going at speed. Alright, into a tunnel now. Ah! What the hell? The camera does not want to go that way. Nope. Okay, so that's as far as I can go without it going behind the wall. Alright, yeah, you can see they do a pretty decent job of making the tiles on the side there reflective from probably ceramic and paint that you would see in a place like this in reality. And, oh yeah, wall. The fuse box there. It's obviously a video game, but again, we're also dealing with a beta right now, and a closed beta at that, so that it's not going to be as perfect as it potentially will be in the finalized game, which, once again, with Polyphonic Digital, will probably be coming out sometime in 2020, and it'll be a launch title for the PlayStation 5. But yeah, you can see now that we're out of the tunnel. The buildings for the game look fairly decent. I think, oops, behind the wall. Definitely look better than buildings did in previous Gran Turismo games. And you can see we're going over another road right there. This little nice wall. Blockage there. So, opening between the buildings, excuse me, not blockage. And, they're doing a good job, as far as I can see here in the beta, of making all the buildings, goddamn wall, making all the buildings separate entities instead of one giant block with things in between. So the GT Sport logo up on the top of that one on the billboard. In the full finalized game, I'm assuming, because the sponsorships they get, which you can see in every previous generation Gran Turismo game, whether it's hand-cooked tires, car manufacturers, or whatever, will be filling in some of these billboards. And you can see the actual highway signs there. If you were on this exact road in Tokyo, those are the signs you would see in that exact location. Gran Turismo has always done a good job of keeping things as close to reality as possible. PlayStation signs there, blocking that exit. Looks like a oil bud right in the background there, probably just a cell tower. Into another tunnel. Actually, I'm going to reverse here a little bit. Pedestrian ladder there. Fire pipes, and back into the tiles, and back into the wall. Everything looks pretty decent there, as far as I can tell. I'm going a lot slower than normal for a racetrack here, just so everyone can get a good view of what the track looks like and what type of job they're doing, making the reality of these Tokyo highways into a virtual reality of a racing game. And if anyone has ever been to Tokyo and been on these roads, or lives in Tokyo, if I've got any Japanese viewers today, feel free to comment in the live stream comment, or if you're watching this later, comment on the comments. And that was the stupidest thing well, probably the second stupidest thing I've said today, but one of the stupidest things I've ever said. Going about the legal speed limit right now, although straddling the line, so. Well, legal speed limit here in America, I'm not sure what it is there in Tokyo. Alright, now we're going to do one more lap at a good speed, now that we've done a slow lap, to get a good glimpse of the track. So this lap we will attempt to break my 1:43.848. Which for me, comparative to the top 10, which I showed before, restarted the race. I'll show it again after, and obviously after that corner it's not going to happen. For me, compared to the top 10, is not bad at all. And keep in mind, after the stream ends, there will be about a 5-minute gap, and then I'll be doing another stream. I kind of teased it during yesterday's stream, and referencing a certain British-made automotive show, which can now be seen on Amazon Prime. And I'll be doing something very similar to that. I don't think I've given it away completely, but a couple little teasers. Yeah, slow down, blah, blah, blah. Hit the wall, get penalized for a second. Don't think I'm going to top my record here. That section I did better, even though I have a penalty. And off the wall again. Yes, I'm aware I'm playing Gran Turismo, not simulated bumper cars from 2017. Bumper car hero. Oh, wow, I actually did beat it. By about a half a second. Let's see if I can pull that off again. Off the wall. Sim bumper car. That was the game series I couldn't think of. Sims. Of course, granted, I haven't played a Sims game since SimCity 3000, I think? Maybe I played 4? I don't remember. Purple on that one. Didn't look up to see what the time differential was. Purple is a good thing. This will be the final lap. I'll talk a minute, and then I'm going to stop, take a 5-minute breather, and we'll go into the second stream. So, obviously you'll have to go somewhere when this stream ends, but don't go far, because there will be a second one coming up afterwards. I just need to get something prepped for what I plan to do. I'm not one with red, so... I did nothing wrong, I just did it better last time. Almost made it through that corner without hitting the wall. So close. So close. Can I do it? No, by a quarter of a second. Only on PlayStation. I'm assuming because it was the only one I saw during the thing that the 4C Alfa Romeo up there is, specifically talking about the 2014 model year version of it, is confirming that that car will be in the game when, and, well, because it's a polyphonic digital game, I should say if, the full version of this game ever does arrive. So I'm assuming that's their way of saying, hey, you might not have this in the beta right now, but it will be here for the final. Oh, I could have done 2 more laps and done the marathon right now, but I'll get that in the next stream. Alright, so that is the Tokyo track, and it's different from the normal Tokyo. I think it was R5 in the previous games. This one's just called Tokyo Expressway. I think it looked pretty good, and to be honest with you, there were certain areas of this that I think looked as good, if not better, than certain areas of the Nürburgring, which is always difficult to... As much as I was gushing and fanboying during my Nürburgring videos, there was definitely some distance issues, but I'm not holding it too strongly against them because of the fact that this is beta. this isn't the final game. And with how good everything else looks and how many good details they put into different things in the ring and the visuals that I've seen in some of the other tracks and you've seen from my things in some of the other tracks, I can't really fault them for not having everything being picture perfect. Alright, and 133, 827 compared to mine, 143. Not that bad, 354. I'm actually within 10 seconds of 10th place. Again, though, that is about 10 years in racing time. Alright, so I'm going to end this stream now, take a breather, and I'll be back in about 5 minutes, if not less, for a special secondary stream, just so they're not doing too, because the other one's going to be a little bit longer than this one, due to what I have planned, so we will take a breather, and so the people watching not live will not have to sit through an extended period of me blah blah blahing and getting through the menus to get to where we're going. So stick around, and I'll be back.